Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you. I've been following the Cosmos, the Cosmoverse 23. I've been following it on Twitter, and I watched a couple of presentations. I thought Eric knocked it out of the park. That's Astrovault. I thought but it was spot on. Didn't say too much, said just enough, and I thought he got his point across. Now it's one that I happen to agree with, and meaning that these projects need to be monetized. And there are a great deal over here in the Cosmos that are they're simply not. I mean, they're neat, they're hobbies, but it's really difficult to monetize a hobby. And by monetize, I mean creating a product that people will pay to use that has multiple revenue streams. That is an actual business. I thought my biggest takeaway, I think, from the whole from the whole damn thing, and as much as I like pictures of food and partying, as much as I appreciate people having a good time, why you are doing that, your token here, the big dog, the OSMO, the one which all shall be measured against, hit a new all-time low 12 hours ago. So as much as I appreciate the outfit that Sonny was wearing, dressed up as Roman, Rome lost, right? Eventually it collapsed. It collapsed under the weight of its own hubris. And I'm just, I'm not saying, I'm just saying. So as much as I appreciate the energy going around that, and I love pictures of food and partying and people having an absolutely wonderful time while investors are just out here getting savaged. As much as I appreciate that, uh, maybe this wasn't the time to spread those kind of optics. The party never stops, and everything is up when everything isn't. So I don't know. Just my 2 cents. I don't mind. I don't mind being the bad guy for pointing this out, man. I don't know what else to say about it. So why don't we just stay really generic here today, and we're gonna take a little trip through the cosmos right now and kind of see how things are going. Uh, it's not looking wonderful. I'll just put that out right there. It's not looking wonderful. And as much as I like to see this, like to see these big numbers, I like to see the big percentages. I'm a day trader right now, so yes, I exist for 5%. Most of them are they're based on effectively no volume, and that's kind of the problem. Is you have so many tokens out here that are effectively doing nothing, that they will move 5, 10, 15% on $5,000 worth of volume, guys. That's not something that you really want to dig into. uh, a few are still kind of interesting to me. Obviously, you guys know I'm a jackal guy, so I'm still that's where all of my scalp money goes. And a cash, I really dig a cash, even though a cash has been. I actually think it's in a much better place right now. I'm pulling it up. I actually think it's in a pretty good place right now because it has been so incredibly flat over the last 14 days. I know this looks like chaotic, but that's not. All right, that's from 85 cents to about 87, about 88. So that's actually settled down. Now I like it. I like when they kind of settle down. The issue is that I don't want to stake it. I don't want to lock up tokens that long. Not now. Not in the cosmos. And it's tough to LP it, man, because you could LP it with Atom. I don't want to LP it with Atom because Atom is just bleeding. And I absolutely will not pair anything with Osmo because that would mean that I would have to buy Osmo to pair with it, and that ain't gonna happen, man. That dog, that dog don't hunt. Uh, I know they have like a 6 to 18 month plan to fix this, but in 6 to 18 months, dude, all right, there's there's gonna be nothing left but ash and tears, and any of the remaining dev liquidity is probably going to be in loans over on Umi, just bleeding out because they have no intention of repaying them. So yeah, that's not really that's not really something. That's the issue, is that there's really nothing I can do with this stuff. I'm not a magic internet money kind of guy. All right, it doesn't work. And inflationary tokens in a declining environment, man. It's just a recipe for disaster. So I'm gonna just stick to my small percentages and kind of carry on. Uh, there are a couple of ones that I'm really keeping my eye on right now. Now, believe it or not, it's this one. It is Dissenter. Really, really good browser, guys. If you're not familiar with it, take a look. And most people haven't heard of it, and I think it's a shame because it's a Chromium browser. You're going to be very, very familiar with how it works. But these guys are starting to get hot. I mean, they are meaning hot on development. They are starting to really figure out a way to kind of monetize their browser, and that's what needs to happen. Now, what I'm going to be looking for on this one is when it shows up over on Astrovault. That's what I'm going to be looking for, because right now the pairing with it is just it's god awful. You're going to be sit here and just get savaged by Osmo because the bulk of their liquidity is sitting over there, and it's just going to get ravaged as Osmo continues to decline, and it will. It's these smaller tokens that are just getting wiped out on this stuff. Your Bicana, your Osmo, hell, Jackal. Jackal is getting punished because of the heavy Osmo pairing. So when they start showing up over on Astrovault, that's kind of when I'm going to be uh, making more moves with it because I believe in the monetized product, but I won't be getting my ass kicked by having to pair up with Osmo, man. And am I the only one that realizes this? I'm sure you realize this. I know the big money realized this a while ago because they're already gone. They 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 left. So the only people who are left here are us, are the true believers. And yeah, but I simply can't believe in that. So I'm looking on this one pretty heavy. Now, I hope that I can see my Bitcana come over there because you guys, I've never shied away from the fact that I believe in that product. Again, another monetized product. Who'd have thought it? Uh, but I'm kind of hoping that they're going to clear out for this. So even though Buchanan runs a lot closer with Adam, but there is still the Osmo exposure. So I'm kind of having a problem with it. DVPN is another one. I like the product. It's not my DVPN of choice or my VPN of choice. I actually prefer Orchid, but they are another one right there that needs to get removed. They need to move out. They cannot sit here on this deck. So they're going to continue to get trashed. Aside from that, those are wow, I already ran this 8 minutes, guys. I apologize. Aside from that, we're all still hanging in the balance of Adam, and Adam is just not being well managed right now. The community fund is being spent very willy nilly. I can't imagine how much Adam was liquidated to pay for Cosmoverse 23. Someone's got to pay for those free lunches, man, and free lunches are not free. So it's just a tough sell for me right now. I've been moving more and more money out of the Cosmos, and I've been moving it over to these Ethereum L2s that are they don't really matter. I look at Twitter too. Yeah, they don't really matter. They don't affect Cosmos, but you see, they really, really do because they're building what you built, but they're just doing it in the aggregate, and there's a lot more liquidity over there. So just pointing it out. So sorry, guys. I know this seems a little nonsensical. We got a lot more to talk about, and we'll be talking about it on the live stream tonight. I guess if I have to be the last person to point out the elephant in the room, that if you're holding these tokens, you're down. And there's it's real hard to climb out. If I have to be that guy, I'll continue to be that guy. I'm cool with it. All right. I'm not an influencer. I just talk about my investments. So anyway, guys, questions or comments, scott@thepodcast.com. I answer any and all. And until next time, please stay safe and please be smart with your money. Cheers.